What makes a legend? Is it being born into greatness, or is it seizing destiny with both hands? Let's talk about Alexander the Great, a king who didn't just inherit a throne, he built an empire on sheer will. Imagine this. You're 20 years old. Suddenly, you're the king of Macedonia. You're surrounded by enemies, whispers of doubt, and the shadow of your legendary father. Most would crumble. But Alexander wasn't most people. What the world saw as weakness, he saw as his greatest advantage. He wasn't just a warrior king. He was a scholar, taught by the one and only Aristotle. This wasn't just about battles. It was about a new way of thinking, of seeing the world not as it was, but as it could be. And from his father, King Philip II, he inherited a military machine unlike any other. He didn't wait for his enemies to come to him. He marched forward towards the biggest challenge imaginable, the colossal Persian Empire. This was David versus Goliath, on a global scale. On one side, King Darius III, ruler of the most powerful empire on earth, with endless wealth and armies that stretched to the horizon. On the other, Alexander, with a smaller force, but with something far more potent, an unshakable vision and a courage that bordered on madness. In 334 BC, he crossed into Asia. At the Battle of Granicus, he didn't command from the rear. He led the charge, a blur of bronze and fury, fighting alongside his men. This wasn't just a king. This was a brother in arms. Then came the legendary Battle of Issos. Darius himself was on the field, confident in his overwhelming numbers. But Alexander didn't see an army. He saw a target. He broke through the lines, charging straight for Darius. The Persian king, the most powerful man in the world, turned and fled. This wasn't just a military victory. It was a psychological masterstroke. The myth of Persian invincibility was shattered, but the final act was yet to come. At Gaugamela, Darius returned with everything he had: war elephants, scythed chariots, an army designed to crush and overwhelm. The world held its breath, expecting Alexander to finally meet his end. Instead, he made history. With unparalleled speed, discipline, and a strategy so audacious, it defied belief. He tore the Persian army apart. The empire that had stood for centuries collapsed in a single day. Alexander didn't just conquer with the sword. He built with his mind. He respected local cultures, blended them with Greek ideas, and created a new, Hellenistic civilization that would shape the course of history for centuries. He founded cities, built libraries, and connected the East and West in a way no one had ever dreamed possible. By the age of 30, he ruled the largest empire the world had ever seen, stretching from Greece all the way to India. And then, at just 32, his story ended. We'll never know what more he could have achieved. But his legacy is a powerful reminder. Greatness isn't about age or resources. It's about courage. It asks about having a vision so clear and a will so strong that the world has no choice but to bend to it. Alexander the Great didn't conquer the world because he had the biggest army. He conquered it because he dared to believe it was possible. What's your Gaugamela? What's the impossible challenge you're facing? Remember Alexander and lead from the front. Thanks for watching, and if this inspired you, hit that subscribe button for more stories of the people who changed the world.